guys, welcome to another Vlogmas video. I'm wearing my festive reindeer hoodie. I'm going to talk to you today about our family Christmas traditions. These are just things that have come naturally to us as a family, as we've grown as a family. Things that me and Ian did originally before we had children, and obviously since the kids came along, things that we've now started doing as a family. So these are just things that we always have to do every Christmas just to make it feel like Christmas for us. So one of the first things is the film Jingle All the Way. I don't know when it started, but I started watching this film on Christmas morning while peeling my vegetables for I don't know how many years now. It's at least, probably I'd say around 10 years at least. It's just a real family feel-good comedy movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I watch it every Christmas morning while I'm peeling the potatoes and the carrots and the sprouts and everything else to do for the Christmas dinner. So that is a tradition that I've always done. Ian doesn't always watch it, but obviously the kids watch it with me now, so yes, that's one of my traditions. One of the other traditions to do with cooking is I always do a traditional trifle. Sometimes I do it for Boxing Day. If we don't have Christmas pudding, I'll always do a trifle for Boxing Day. If we do have Christmas pudding, I will do the trifle for New Year. So I always do my mum and my nana's recipe, which is just basically jelly with trifle sponges, custard, cream and sprinkles on top. And it has to really be the traditional sprinkles so it looks proper 80s, because that's the way we like it. So that's one of the things that I always do every year, is my traditional trifle. Another foodie thing is we always have extra turkey, so we'll buy a larger turkey to make sure we've got leftovers, because we always love to have turkey and hot stuffing, baps, bombs, whatever you want to call them, rolls. We always have those Boxing Day tea, and then possibly another couple of days later as well, because we love just eating sandwiches the next couple of days after Christmas, because you're always so full, aren't you, from your Christmas dinner. I think it takes days to recover from. We always have turkey and stuffing, bombs, baps, rolls, whatever you want to call them in your area. We always have those on either Boxing Day or the day after. So we always buy a little bit of a larger turkey than what we need for the day, and then we've got leftovers. The next thing is me and Ian have always watched Scrooge, the movie with Bill Murray, on Christmas Eve. We always stay up late Christmas Eve, and it's usually probably around, but we probably put it on between 10 and 11 o'clock, and then we watch that every Christmas Eve. The last couple of years we've been wrapping presents, but we've always watched it. It's always been on, even when we've been wrapping presents, so we always watch that Christmas Eve because it's our tradition. We always have like a special tea as well on Christmas Eve, me and Ian. Once the kids' sort of Christmas Eve festivities are done, me and Ian will settle down. Sometimes we'll have like a cooked meal, we'll have something special, like we'll splash out on a little bit of like the nicest food, you know, like we'll buy like a meal deal from Marks and Spencer's or something like that, or we'll do like a cheese board with crackers and cheese and chutneys and things like that, and we'll just have like nibbles, but it'll always be a little bit of an extra special meal on Christmas Eve for us. So we always do that every year, and we've done that probably since we met, really. So yeah, we always do that on Christmas Eve. Another thing we always do on Christmas Eve is we always go for a Christmas coffee on Christmas Eve morning. Every year, we have done for at least 16 years. So yeah, we go to Starbucks usually on Christmas morning, and we have our Christmas coffee, usually probably an eggnog or a gingerbread latte. So we always do that every year, and the kids love going to Starbucks or Costa anyway, so but it's always Starbucks on Christmas Eve. The kids on Christmas Eve always have a Christmas Eve box. Last year we filmed that. It's on our Christmas Eve video if you want to have a look at that from last year. They had Christmas Eve boxes, and we usually put things like activities to do. They'll always have some Christmas pajamas and Christmas socks. They'll have some hot chocolates and treats of some kind, and we'll always have some kind of Christmas storybook in there as well. So yeah, we always do that for them. They love it. They love having the hot chocolates, and they're usually like marshmallows. If I'll get them marshmallows, they'll have those and some little, maybe a chocolate lolly or a little chocolate reindeer or something. They'll always have that. They'll always have a Christmas story, one each in their boxes, just like the small little Christmas books. And they'll always have PJs and socks and stuff in there as well. So yeah, and activities. Last year they had like wooden drawing baubles that they drew pictures on. This year I've got them activity book packs, so we'll go through those and keep them entertained for Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, we've always had, I think twice since we've been together, we've been to family on Christmas Day, but we always have a quiet Christmas Day, just the family, just here at home. We like to get up in the morning, we like to watch the Jingle All the Way Christmas film while I'm peeling the veg, and then I'll always do the dinner, and we'll always spend the afternoon after we've eaten dinner just spending time together as a family. We've always done a quiet Christmas Day, and Ian found it really hard coming from a large family, but because I'm an only child, it's always been normal to me to have that quiet day, and Ian really appreciates that quietness now on Christmas Day. Obviously the kids aren't quiet, the kids will be going and playing with the toys and stuff and that, but for us it's a nice chilled quiet day, it's relaxed. Sometimes we'll stay in our onesies, sometimes we'll get dressed up, it'll all depend how we feel on the day, but it's always a nice quiet family day on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day in the evening, we'll always watch a Christmas film. If the kids are playing with the toys, obviously they don't want to come and join us watching films. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they want to play with the toys, sometimes they want to chill out with us. Depends how they feel, how tired they are, what time they got up, things like that. So we'll always sit down on a Christmas Day and watch like a nice family Christmas film, something like Love Actually or something like that, where it's like a feel-good movie. In the past we've watched things like Chronicles of Narnia, things like that, where it's a really nice movie, Harry Potter, things like that. So we'll always watch a nice family Christmas movie in the evening on Christmas Day. Every year we'll always do advent calendars. Now I know there's been a trend recently of buying really expensive advent calendars or things with lots of presents in and stuff, but for me I feel like the children need to keep Christmas special for getting presents. Mainly we like to keep presents for Christmas and birthdays, and I feel like the advent calendars where you're getting toys and things every day, it kind of takes the shine off Christmas. So we just get them the cheaper, like £1, £2 advent calendars, the basic ones with the little chocolate inside, like we had when we were kids, and they really appreciate it. They love opening them, they love looking at the pictures. So yeah, to them a chocolate is a treat. They don't need to have a present every day. Maybe when they're older and they're teenagers and they're looking for something a bit more, but at the moment while they're still little, they still appreciate the little chocolate advent calendars. So we do that every year and they really appreciate it. On Christmas Eve, as I said, they'll always get pyjamas in their Christmas Eve box, and we always try and get them matching pyjamas. So we are hoping, I haven't bought them yet, but we are hoping to get matching pyjamas again this year. I'm going to have a look in Matalan later and see if I can order some for them. So yeah, they're going to have some Christmas matching pyjamas. Also, after the Christmas Eve boxes are finished and we have story time, Christmas Eve before they go to bed, they'll always have the story of Christmas. I've got the story of Christmas book that I keep in their Christmas Eve boxes every year, and it's just obviously a shared book between them, and I keep it in there, and every year I'll pull it out and I'll read them the story of Christmas so they understand the meaning of it, and it's not all about presents and chocolates and toys. So I'll always make sure that they understand why we celebrate Christmas, and that's why we read them the Christmas story. After they've had the Christmas story, we'll always put a plate out for Santa. As I did growing up, I always put a mince pie, a glass of milk and a carrot on the plate for Santa. I actually got them a set last year from B&M, which was like a Santa plate for the treats, and there was a little carrot plate to put the carrot on for the reindeers. So we'll be using that again this year, and it will be going out ready for Santa on Christmas Eve. After they've put their mince pie and carrots and milk out for him, there will be a Santa key that we'll leave out for him so he can get into the house, because we've moved into a new house and we do not have an open chimney, because we haven't got a fireplace in this house yet. It's just like an alcove where the old fire used to be that they've pulled out, the people that used to live here. So we've got a Santa key for this year to make sure he can get in. One of the other things we always do on Christmas Eve with the Christmas Eve boxes is we get a Santa's letter set. I've got them from Home Bargain this time, and we're going to write our letters to Santa. And what I always did as a child, even when I was a child though, we had an open fire so it was different, but we always put them up the chimney, because Santa comes down the chimney, you put your letters up the chimney. So we leave it on the hearth next to the fire, and then the children will be distracted and the Santa letters will mysteriously disappear, and Santa will send a reply letter, which we kept from last year from the Christmas Eve boxes, which we got from Home Bargains. So Santa sends a letter back saying he knows you've been good and he will see you later with your presents. So we always write our Christmas letter to Santa with our Christmas list, and we always put it on the fire, or in the old house we'd put it in the fire to go to Santa, and then obviously they'll get their reply a little bit later on when he's finished reading the letter and he's written them a nice letter back. So we always do that with the letter to Santa. The other thing we do on Christmas Eve is we always build a gingerbread house. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to do my own gingerbread house this year. I've got a set where I've got the cutters, and I'm going to cut them all out, all the little pieces, and then we're going to try and get them glued together with icing. I'm a little bit worried about how soft the gingerbread's going to be, whether I'm going to do it hard enough or something like that. So I'm going to bake it probably like in the next couple of days and see how solid it's going to be, and if not I'll just nip to the shop and get a set. I think they're like £3 or £4 from Asda or Morrison's or somewhere like that, and they do like the little gingerbread house sets that are pre-made, and we just have to glue it all together and decorate it. So we always do a gingerbread house, we usually put it together, decorate and stuff, but this year I'm going to have a go at baking it myself, so we'll see how that goes. Another tradition we have locally, we have a round table that sends Santa round every night through the town, different streets on different nights, and he'll always come round with his jolly snowmen that'll be walking the streets with buckets of lollies, giving them out to the children. So we always make sure that we catch Santa on his way round. He'll play music, he'll talk on the tannoy, he'll give the kids a wave, and it's something that like, is quite special to them, because we're like Santa's coming to visit. So we always do that every year. So that's another one of our traditions. And also along with that, we always go and visit Santa at a grotto of some kind. Last year, where did we go last year? The year before last we went to a garden centre in Liverpool. Last year I think we did the charity one on a big old red bus. It was like a hospice that did them. This year they have seen Santa already. They've seen him. Leo's actually been to a winter wonderland to see Santa with school. And they've actually both seen him on the Polar Express, which we went to last week for Leo's birthday. So they've seen him a couple of times, but I am going to take them to a grotto as well. There's one not far from us that's got a lovely themed photo opportunity with Santa, and it's free, so that's really good. So I'm going to take them down there and get their photo with Santa. And the last thing that's not a tradition as such, but we did it last week and it is going to be a tradition every year, is the Polar Express. If you haven't seen our Polar Express video, have a look at VLOGMAS from last Thursday. We did the Polar Express and the Mid-Norfolk Railway. It was an 8-hour round trip, but it was so worth it, and we're going to do it every year from now on because it was absolutely magical and amazing, and it was the best thing that I've ever done for Christmas, and I can't wait to do it again next year. So that is going to be one of my new traditions starting this year, that we're going to do every year with the family until the kids get bored and teenagers, and then they'll be like, no, we don't want to do it anymore. But me and Ian will carry on doing it. So yeah, so those are my Christmas traditions for our family. Let me know what your family traditions are, if you've got any traditions that you think we might like that'll make Christmas more magical for the kids, or it'll make Christmas more magical for all of us. Let me know, leave me some comments. I'm always open to trying new things. We absolutely adore Christmas in this house. So if you want to leave me some comments below, let me know what your traditions are. I'm going to have a read through them. I'll let you all know what I think, and I'll let you know if I try any of them or if we've done any of them in the past. So give me some comments below, let me know. So thanks for watching. I hope you're having a very nice run up to Christmas. I hope you're getting all organised. Give us a big thumbs up on this video if you like it. Don't forget to leave me some comments about your traditions, and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. Bye guys.